If you clicked on this thumbnail thinking that's a humpback whale, you're correct. It is. This is an episode about sperm whales. Our AI image generator does not know the difference. You will by the end of this video. A sperm whale poops. I know, stay with me, because that single act, repeated roughly 1,000 kilograms at a time near the ocean surface, is one of the most effective carbon capture systems on the planet. And we almost destroyed it so we could read by lamplight. Quick correction. What you're seeing on screen is a baleen whale with a round head and throat grooves. A sperm whale's forehead is a flat-fronted block, a third of its entire body like someone welded a shipping container to a submarine. The sperm whale is the largest toothed predator that has ever existed. Not currently exists, has ever existed. Its brain is the biggest of any animal living or extinct, which you'd think would come up more often in conversation. It dives to 3,000 meters on a single breath, hunting giant squid in total darkness for up to 90 minutes at a stretch. It has a mysterious organ in its head called the spermaceti organ, which sounds like a prog rock band, filled with waxy liquid that scientists still argue about. Some say echolocation, focus, some say buoyancy control. Nobody is entirely sure, which for the largest toothed predator in Earth's history is a humbling admission from the field. They live in matrilineal family units. The females raise calves cooperatively. The males wander solo across entire ocean basins like the world's largest introverts. They communicate in clicking patterns called codas that vary by clan, regional accents. The sperm whale from the Azores does not click like the sperm whale from the Caribbean. I'm not making this up. Here's what connects a 60-ton deep-sea predator to your atmosphere. Sperm whales feed at depth, sometimes 2,000 to 3,000 meters down. Then they come back up to breathe. And when they come back up, they defecate enthusiastically. A single sperm whale produces roughly a ton of feces per day near the ocean surface. That fecal plume is iron-rich. It fertilizes phytoplankton bloom. Those blooms fix carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. At least half of Earth's oxygen comes from marine phytoplankton. This process is called the whale pump, and it is exactly as unglamorous and exactly as critical as it sounds. What we are talking about here is a regulating service, one of 4 categories of ecosystem services. Regulating services are the work ecosystems do in the background to keep conditions livable. Climate regulation, water purification, flood defense, carbon cycling. If provisioning services are what the ecosystem hands you, food, water, medicine, regulating services are the invisible machinery that keeps the whole operation from falling apart. And a pod of sperm whales cycling nutrients from the deep ocean to the sunlit surface, fueling the phytoplankton that fix your carbon and produce your oxygen, that is a regulating service. That is climate infrastructure pooping. When a whale dies and sinks, its body carries roughly 33 tons of stored carbon to the seafloor, locked away for centuries. The IMF published a paper in 2019 valuing each great whale at approximately $2 million in carbon sequestration services alone, $2 million per whale. And we spent 2 centuries turning them into lamp oil. Before industrial whaling, there were an estimated 4 to 5 million great whales globally. Today, there are roughly 1.3 million. Studies estimate that commercial whaling reduced the whale pump's contribution to ocean carbon sequestration by approximately 80%. 80% of a planetary carbon cycling system so that 19th century drawing rooms could have nicer lighting. The International Whaling Commission imposed a commercial whaling moratorium in 1986. It has held mostly, but sperm whale populations have not recovered to pre-whaling levels, and some nations continue whaling under scientific research exemptions that produce remarkably consistent volumes of whale meat for commercial sale. Japan's Institute of Cetacean Research killed 333 minke whales in the 2017-2018 season alone under the banner of science. The output was sold in grocery stores. Meanwhile, the ocean is warming. Phytoplankton productivity is declining in some regions. The whale pump that would help counteract that decline is running at a fraction of its historical capacity because we still have not replaced the whales we took. I keep coming back to the math. $2 million per whale, 33 tons of carbon per body on the seafloor, a planetary oxygen system fueled by fecal plumes. We had a free, self-replicating deep ocean climate regulation system that had been running for tens of millions of years, and we pulled it apart for candles. The whales are still here, some of them. The system still works. It just needs more whales. That is the entire ask, more whales. Thanks for watching. If you want more of this, the unglamorous species holding your world together, not the whale feces specifically, subscribe. I will see you on the next one.